Um, I'd say it was pretty fun during the first 2 weeks, but then again, like after the kind of fun ended, it just felt very empty.
Parang marami akong na-miss out, especially sa time ko nung junior high school kasi grade 9 dun siya nangyari. So kumbaga parang na-miss out ko yung opportunity na gumraduate alongside with my two circle of friends. Kaya medyo nanghinayang din ako dun. And partly grateful kasi nung pandemic din ako like in a romantic relationship which uh, it taught me a lot of things.
Honestly, if I was to summarize it in one word, it would be growth. I got a lot of time to myself, so I got to focus on my art. Honestly, before the pandemic, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my career and the rest of my life. So, having all that time to really think of what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, getting to work on improving my drawing skills, I really was able to focus on a lot of aspects about myself, even my identity. So I think growth is a good way to summarize it.
Nung pandemic, nagiging conscious ako sa surroundings ko tuwing lumalabas kami ng family ko. Feeling ko rin, especially madalas nasa bahay lang kami araw-araw, feeling ko parang nakukulong na rin ako.
So, the pandemic for me actually changed me quite a lot, both physically and mentally. Firstly, physically, dahil kasi na-motivate ako mag-gym kasi nung pandemic, napansin ko nang sobrang taba ako nun, like extremely fat. To the point na sabi ko na insecure ako. And then emotionally, of course, na-isolate tayo sa bahay. Syempre, may pandemic, kailangan mag-lockdown. So, alam mo yun, para lang nakaka-depress siya. Pero, marami akong natutunan din sa sarili ko, Mas nag-improve yung philosophy ko, yung ideology ko, yung mga morals ko pa. Nag-improve siya throughout the entire pandemic. Kaya, alam mo yun, ang nagpapasalamat din ako na para lang na nasa bahay lang din ako para ma-discover ko din yung sarili ko. Ah, to be honest, ang hirap din sagutin dahil kasi binabalance ko din yung time ko sa family pati sa online friends. And of course, why not take the opportunity to bond with your family? Pero, of course, meron din akong mga kaibigan din. So, usually, naglalaro lang kami sa computer, nagsi-CSGO lang kami. And, masaya naman din.
Well, unang-una sa lahat is obviously in person, which is yung mga tao sa bahay. So kumbaga mga kapatid ko, yung ate tsaka bunso, yung lola ko, tapos parents. Kumbaga at some point in the pandemic, kumpleto kami sa bahay every day. Now, online, the people I spend the most time with is number one, girlfriend ko dati. And number two is ah, yung second circle of friends ko. Which, by the way, nag-bond na kami offline. Kumbaga, ang limitation lang ngayon is so limited yung mobility namin.
Honestly, I spent my entire pandemic on social media. So I was meeting strangers on the internet through Twitter and Discord. And I met a tight-knit group of friends. Honestly, they were one of my longest lasting close friendships at the time. And yeah, it was full of Discord calls. Life was full of online games. And yeah, the entire time I was online, I was posting my art, growing my following, and meeting new people. Yes, I am. I've seen some articles about it, and I see the similarity in the how you're physically alone at home since, especially me, I'm an only child, so I really was socially alone at the house. Um, But I think it does differ in how the pandemic caused this huge online boom. There were so many social media groups, like fandoms, that were suddenly active during the pandemic. So I found a lot of community there. So I believe it's different in that sense that I was able to meet more people online, although just not in person.
I know it's a term, like a Japanese term for like Japanese shut-ins, but that's mostly what I know about it. But if I were to relate it to myself, I'd say it's kind of like that, but not to like the extreme extent that they have.
At the core concept, ang pinaka-similar lang naman talaga is hindi kami like lumalabas ng bahay. Pero to consider myself as hikikomori, parang hindi naman. Kasi as far as I know, ang hikikomori, voluntarily na hindi talaga lumalabas ng bahay. Ako, lumabas naman ako ng bahay. Like, especially if, for example, mag-jogging ako with family. Or, for example, bibili ng pagkain sa grocery. Kaya, yeah, similar concept na hindi lumalabas, pero by action, makakonsider ko ba sa akin na hikikomori? No, I don't think so.
It was very sporadic, I'd say, where it's like I felt protected, but also at the same time like enclosed, where I felt safe to inside my own like room where I could just, do whatever I want, speak whatever I want, and kind of just dilly dally with whatever I think of. But at the same time, whenever I like wanted to actually like go out or something, I felt very trapped in my own room. So it was like very like different for how I felt. So sometimes I felt good and sometimes I felt bad.
Nung pandemic, feeling ko, very isolated ako kasi yun nga, nasa bahay lang ako palagi. Ayun nga, parang nakukulong na ako doon. Parang homesick na rin talaga ako.
Well, after a year or so in the pandemic, since, as I mentioned previously, I was on social media a lot, by that point, I had amassed such a following at like the ripe young age of 15 and 16. There was a lot of cyberbullying and harassment online at the time, and over the years, I had a few incidents myself. So, towards the end of the pandemic, I ended up deactivating my social media accounts, or at least my public ones. And in that sense of losing, I guess, the validation from outer sources, I started going more into my academics. So I focused a lot on org work and awards. And yeah, I guess it's sort of, during the pandemic, it was just looking for happiness and validation in places that would usually be found in socializing with people in real life. It was either social media, and then later on, I got into, my academics. Well, it was a pretty tough transition. Even before the pandemic, although extrovert leading, I was still socially awkward. I wasn't very confident in myself. So because of the pandemic, even though I had experience with new people online, face-to-face was a completely different beast. I definitely remember times where I would just come home after classes had started up again and I would be basically dead. I would just flop on the bed because I was so genuinely shocked at how tired I was, like physically and socially. And I guess the way that I reintegrated myself, I just slowly started opening up more to my real life friends. I started gaining more community physically around me. So my orgs and my classmates, my profs became huge support systems for me at the time.
Nung wala na masyadong cases of COVID, like I remember nung senior high school ko, 2 years we were online and then all of a sudden mag face to face na kami. And nagpapaisip ako, how am I going to interact with them in person? So, those thoughts were continuing in my head. Pero I was able to like slowly to like talk to them, interact with them more like every day na. And I was medyo okay naman na ako nun.
You know, nung nag-online class kami nun for 2 years ata. I think grade 10 na nagsimula yung ano namin yung pandemic. So, mga grade 12 na din kami nagkita. Siyempre, kailangan pa din namin ng mask. Naninibago pa rin ako since, of course, 2 years of just sitting inside and doing online meetings. Of course, it definitely changed me. Pero, throughout the weeks naman, na-adapt ko naman na may mask kahit I'm not really fond of mask pero na-adapt ko naman, you know. It's for the sake of safety naman din. Pero overall, it's a smooth transition.
Nung senior high school, medyo nahirapan ako kasi grade 12 yung pagbalik namin ng face-to-face. Nung grade 11, wala pa akong masyadong wala akong circle of friends nung grade 11. Kaya, nung grade 12, medyo mahirap na rin mag-form kasi parang established na yung mga circles nun. And then, parang at some point, I'd say, nakapag-socialize ako with other people. Pero, reintegrating myself back to society after the pandemic, I'd say gradual yung niya. Yung development. So, from parang closeted or parang introverted, this type naman, medyo nakikipag-socialize na ako.
I'd say trial by fire. Like a lot of the times I would just like feel super anxiety filled, but I wanted to talk to people and learn to just, commit. So what I did, I just went up to people and started talking. And I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. But I'd say through those like things that I did learn to kind of like integrate myself into society and, get out of that mindset of just, those types of like mindsets of being anxiety filled and all that.
There is no question whether things have changed after the pandemic. 2 years of forced isolation, then another few years of slowly getting back into gear. I believe that only this year, in the big 2025, how we finally recovered. Change was going to happen regardless of what anyone wanted. Humans adapt to what is thrown at them. In this case, it was a virus that forced us into isolation for nearly 2 years. We adapted to the online landscape and tried to make a living. The biggest factor for many, however, was that everyone was tired of being inside. People tried to reconnect online or spend time with the people they were isolated with. But in the end, people still wanted to go out and spend time with the people they care about. The world started spinning again. Things did change after the pandemic. How could it not? Social media, communities, habits, and behaviors all changed over the course of the pandemic. Humans adapt to whatever situation is thrown at them. Yes, but we humans are also known to go back to comfort. Humans are social creatures after all. The pandemic changed a lot of lives. Now we just have to move on and live with it.